1 Peter chapter 4 and verse 3. For the time past, our life may suffice us to work the will of the Gentiles, when we walk in lasciviousness, lust, excess of wine, revellings, banquetings, and abominable idolatries. So we all fell into a Gentile state of mind, just like it was in the ancient Roman Empire, following after the ways of the Romans. Their idolatries, their revilings, their abominable foods. So 2/3 of our people will die in their sins because they did not hear the words of the Most High God and His prophets, His servants, His messengers, His scribes, wise men. First Peter 4 and 4, wherein they think it strange that you run not with them to the same excess of riot, speaking evil of you. So even today, our people think it's strange that we're out here prophesying against this wicked kingdom. They think it's strange that we tell them that the elect will be caught up in the heavens by the chariots of the Most High God and receive spiritual power. Israelite, super Israelite, man, women, and child. They think it's strange that we were prophesying in the name of the Holy Bible. Salvation unto the elect of the nation of Israel, the so-called black, Hispanic, and Native Americans. Right, so we're not dismayed when our people come up against this truth. The scriptures say, what once was will be done, and there is nothing new under the sun. 1 Peter 4 and 5, we shall give account unto him that is ready to judge the quick and the dead. Right, so the wickedness of this place has reached unto the heavens. The Most High God is ready to judge the quick and the dead. Who are the quick? Those that have been quickened by the words of the Holy Bible, who have repented as Israelites, called upon Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai, raising a hand towards the east, seeking the prophecies of the Holy Bible, keeping the laws, statutes, and commandments to the best of your ability, having faith in the Mashiach Yahushai, walking in the Spirit and not after the flesh, like the scriptures say. And it says, 1 Peter 4 and 5, we shall give account unto him that is ready to judge the quick and the dead. The Most High God is going to judge those that have been quickened by this word, by purifying, chastisement. Scriptures say that 1/3 will be purified, brought through the fire. The ultimate test is the hour of temptation, the RFID chip, Revelation 13 and 16, the mark of the beast. So these are the things that are coming upon America, Babylon Great. Most High God will judge those, the quick and the dead. The dead are 2/3 of our people that are in a dead state of mind. They are of this world. The elect are not of this world. So these are the things that are coming. Martial law, FEMA camps, one house invading another, a lack of bread, a great famine of a lack of bread and a lack of water. The famine of the word is coming also, because the prophets will not be out here forever. There's a time when all hell is going to break loose. So you're supposed to get this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding while you still can. You so-called black, Hispanic, and Native Americans. But 2/3 will die in their own sins. So the law is important, as well as faith and works. Romans 8 and 1 says there is no condemnation to those that are in Hamashiach Yahushai. So you're supposed to walk in the Spirit. First Peter 4 and 6. For this cause was the gospel preached also to them that are dead, those that are in the dead state of mind. So this gospel has to be preached throughout the whole world. like the scriptures say, and then the end will come. So our wicked people have to hear this gospel as well. 1 Peter 4 and 6, that they might be judged according to men in the flesh, but live according to God in the Spirit. So we were all in a dead state of mind, but the elect had been quickened with His word. Right? The judges of the earth. So yeah, we do judge. The Bible speaks about judging. And we are in the fleshly bodies, but we have been given this word to show you the way, so that you may not go unto the left nor unto the right. And it says, but live according to God in the Spirit. We're supposed to walk after the Spirit. The Spirit is what? The law, statutes, and commandments. The words of life. The prophecies of the Holy Bible. Repenting as Israelites. Knowing the Hebrew. Making your calling and election sure. Working out your own salvation with fear and trembling. We cannot save you. The Most High God will save you. 1 Peter 4 and 7. But the end of all things is at hand. Be therefore sober and watch unto prayer. So being sober, not being drunken by the philosophies of this world. So this is why our people do not understand, because they are not spiritual. They're not walking after the Spirit. They're carnal, like their father the devil, Esau, the so-called white man. And it says, and watch unto prayer. Like Mashiach Yahushua said, watch as well as pray, that you live to see the coming of the Son of Man. 1 Peter 4 and 8, and above all things, have fervent charity among yourselves, for charity shall cover the multitude of sins. Right? What is charity? Showing your people this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Righteous admonition. Right? The scriptures say there's a time and a place for everything. 1 Peter 4 and 9. Use hospitality one to another without grudging. As every man has received a gift, even so minister the same one to another, as good stewards of the manifold grace of God. And the scriptures say, as much as you receive, that much you should give of your understanding. Those that are out teaching His word, starting with the elders and apostles, the great millstone. 1 Peter 4 and 11. If any man speak, let him speak as the oracles of God. If any man minister, let him do it as the ability which God giveth, that God in all things may be glorified through Hamashiach Yahushua, to whom be praise and dominion forever and ever. Amen. Philippians chapter 3 and verse 1. Finally, my brethren, rejoice in the Lord. To write the same things to you, to me indeed is not grievous, but for you it is safe. Verse 2, beware of dogs, beware of evil workers, beware of the concision. Right, because you had Pharisees that knew, the Jews that knew that they were Israelites, but they were hypocrites. They were not spiritual. They knew the law, but they weren't walking after the Spirit. Philippians 3 and 3. But we are the circumcision, which worship God in the Spirit, and rejoice in Hamashiach Yahushua, and have no confidence in the flesh. So you have a camp like Sakari, thinking that having these fringes is going to save you. You know, this isn't about the outward appearance. This is about walking in the Spirit, keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. These fringes are just to remind you about the law, statutes, and commandments. Right? So we have no confidence in the flesh. We know we can't keep the law 100%. Which is why we have a Mashiach Yahushai. We have grace. Right? John chapter 4, verse 21. Yahushua saith unto her, Woman, believe me, the hour cometh, we shall neither in this mountain, nor yet at Jerusalem worship the Father. Why? Because the Israelites had to be dispersed throughout the four corners of the earth. There had to be great falling away. This truth had to be hidden for over 2,000 years. But now, the majority of the Israelites, the so-called black, Hispanic, and Native Americans, are here in America, Babylon the Great, as well as a small remnant throughout the whole earth. But the majority are here in America, Babylon the Great. So he said, the hour cometh, we shall neither in this mountain, nor at Jerusalem worship the Father. Scriptures say in Matthew 22, the great feast of the wedding being prepared, a great feast, bid them to the marriage. Like it says in Matthew 22 and 9. Now where there's a marriage, there's always a location. There's always a banquet. The banquet is this word that has been given unto you so-called black, Hispanic, and Native Americans. Right? Every wedding has a reception. The reception is here in America, Babylon the Great. Every reception has to have burnt offerings, which is why the Most High God will send ICBM missiles on America, Babylon the Great. Right during the time of Armageddon, World War III, in the midst of the hour of temptation, which is you being presented with the RFID chip. The ultimate test of your faith is coming. You so-called black, Hispanic, and Native Americans. These are the things coming upon America, Babylon the Great. You have martial law, FEMA camps, a great famine of a lack of bread and a lack of water. Why do you not understand? You so-called black, Hispanic, and Native Americans. The doors of mercy are closing as the last of these prophecies come to pass. John 4 and 22, you worship, you know not what. We know what we worship, for salvation is of the Jews. Who are the Jews? The Israelites. John 4 and 23, but the hour cometh, and now is, when the true worshipers shall worship the Father in spirit and in truth. For the Father seeketh such to worship Him. So in the Spirit, we knew the Most High God was our Creator, was our Redeemer, Hamashiach Yahushai. But we are calling upon Jesus Christ. That's a translation from the Greek. He was a Hebrew, Hamashiach Yahushai. He appeared unto the Apostle Paul and spake unto him in the Hebrew tongue. So in the Spirit, we knew these things were true. But now we're worshiping the Most High God, His elect, those that are not, that have been healed from their blindness. Right now, we're worshiping the Most High God in spirit and in truth. Thus saith the Holy Bible. So 2/3 of our people will be deceived and will take the RFID chip. A mark of the beast. Revelation 13:16. This is what's coming upon America, Babylon the Great. Martial law, FEMA camps, World War III, which is Armageddon. The Most High God will send ICBM missiles upon America, Babylon the Great. In the midst of World War III, in the midst of all these things coming to pass. But the elect will be delivered by the chariots of the Most High God. The so-called UFOs that you read about in the Holy Bible. John 4 and 24. God is a spirit, and they that worship him must worship him in spirit and in truth. Revelation chapter 3 and verse 5. He that overcometh, the same shall be clothed in white raiment. And I will not blot out his name out of the book of life, but I will confess his name before my Father and before his angels. So these are those that do not take the RFID chip. Like the scriptures say, hold fast to what thou hast. Let no man take thy crown. So the elect are in the book of life. 2/3 of our people, they've been blinded from the beginning. And they denied Yahushua Mashiach, the name of the Most High God, Yahweh. And the scriptures say, if you deny me, I will deny you as well, in the presence of my Father. Revelation 3 and 6, he that hath an ear, let him hear what the Spirit saith unto the churches. And to the angel in the church of Philadelphia write, these things saith he that is holy, he that is true, he that hath the key of David, he that openeth, no man shut it, and shut it, no man open it. Right, so the Most High God has raised up his elect, gave him a key, right, to the tabernacle of David, to enter therein, to abide in the truth. Those that are written in the book of life. Revelation 3 and 8, I know thy works. Behold, I have set before thee an open door. No man can shut it. For thou hast a little strength, and hast kept my word, and hast not denied my name. So that open door that no man can shut is for the elect. Why? Because this is the remnant that believe in the words of life, and has kept my word, and has not denied my name. Revelation 3 and 9, behold, I will make them of the synagogue of Satan, which say they are Jews, and are not, and do lie. Behold, I will make them to come and worship before thy feet, and to know that I have loved thee. So-called 1948ers, those that are in our holy land today, as well as their Arabs, all these people that claim to be the chosen people. There's a judgment that has to come to pass for these things. The scriptures say that Esau, the so-called white man, the devil that the Bible speaks of, he blasphemed the tabernacle of the Most High God, which is his elect. He's done that by painting himself as God, exalting himself as God. Most High God is going to destroy you, you devil. Revelation 3 and 10, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world, to try them that dwell upon the earth. The hour of temptation is the RFID chip presented unto you, your ultimate test of faith, which will come upon all the world. Jacob's trouble also means trouble for you other nations. The scriptures say that the so-called white man will be as a madman, sparing none. And you see that today. The air is polluted. The food is polluted. The people are polluted. Their minds are polluted. Revelation 3 and 11. Behold, I come quickly. Hold that fast which thou hast, that no man take thy crown. Him that overcometh, will I make a pillar in the temple of my God, and he shall go no more out. And I will write upon him the name of my God, and the name of the city of my God, which is new Jerusalem, which cometh down out of heaven from my God, and I will write upon him my new name. What is the new name? It's talking about the refreshing of the nation of Israel, mainly the elect, those that overcome unto the end, being made a pillar in the temple of the Most High God. Like it says here, which is new Jerusalem, which cometh down out of heaven. It's talking about the tabernacle of David, the elect of the nation of Israel, those that will receive spiritual power and will descend from the heavens to establish order on planet Earth. Isaiah 43:8. Bring forth the blind people that have eyes, and the deaf that have ears. Let all the nations be gathered together. Let the people be assembled. Who among them can declare this, and shew us the former things? Let them bring forth their witnesses, that they may be justified. Or let them hear and say, it is truth. So it says, Isaiah 43:8, bring forth the blind people that have eyes, and the deaf that have ears. So 2/3 of our people, they have ears, but they do not understand the scriptures in these latter days. They have eyes, but they do not see that this truth and these prophecies are coming to pass. Which is why the gospel has to be preached throughout the whole earth. All nations are being shown this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. And the judgment written, thus saith the Holy Bible. So who are the witnesses? They are the saints, the Israelites. So the elect will hear this word in these latter days and say that it is truth. Isaiah 43:10, you are my witnesses, saith the Lord, and my servant whom I have chosen, that you may know and believe me, and understand that I am he. Before me there was no God formed, neither shall there be after me. Isaiah 62:1. For Zion's sake I will not hold my peace. For Jerusalem's sake I will not rest, until the righteousness thereof go forth as the brightness, and thy salvation thereof as a lamp that burneth. The Most High God has raised up prophets in America, Babylon the Great. Like it says, until the righteousness thereof goes forth as the brightness. And this word is compared unto a lamp, the light of the world, that starts with the people. And the words of life that the Most High God has gave unto you so-called black, Hispanic, and Native Americans in these latter days. And the salvation thereof as a lamp that burneth. What is the ultimate mode of salvation? The chariots of the Most High God, delivering the elect of the nation of Israel. Isaiah 62:2, and the Gentiles shall see thy righteousness, and all kings thy glory. And thou shalt be called by a new name, which the mouth of the Lord shall name. Thou shalt also be a crown of glory in the hand of the Lord, and a royal diadem in the hand of thy God. Thou shalt no more be turned forsaken, neither shall thy land be turned desolate, but thou shalt be called Hephzibah, in thy land Beulah. For the Lord delighteth in thee, and thy land shall be married. Isaiah 62:6. I have set watchmen upon thy walls, O Jerusalem, which shall never hold their peace day and night. Ye that make mention of the Lord, keep not silence, and giving no rest, till he establish, till he make Jerusalem a praise on the earth. So we're not giving this goddamn devil rest. We're saying, thus saith the Holy Bible, you won't be judged for touching the apple of the Most High God's eye. Isaiah 62:10. Go through the gates, prepare you the way of the people, cast up the highway, gather out the stones, lift up a standard for the people, starting with the elders and apostles who gave most stone. We're heralding the coming of a Mashiach Yahushua, gathering the stones through this word. We're not sealing anybody. It is a word that we're giving you. Thus saith the Holy Bible. Those that receive it will receive it. Those that don't, they will die in their own sins, like the scriptures say. Isaiah 62:11. Behold, the Lord hath proclaimed unto the end of the world. What is the end of the world? The end of Esau's dominion, the so-called white man. Esau is the end of the world. Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. This is the good news unto our people. Salvation, dominion, the words of life. Isaiah 62:11. Behold, the Lord hath proclaimed unto the end of the world. Say unto the daughter of Zion, behold, thy salvation cometh. Behold, his reward is with him, and his work is before him. And they shall call them the holy people, the redeemed of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. And thou shalt be called, sought out, a city not forsaken. So this is what we're proclaiming unto the elect. The great refreshing that is coming unto those that believe in our testimony that we have. Those that prepare themselves for the great destruction that is coming in the midst of World War III. Those that do not take the RFID chip, which is the ultimate test of your faith. All these things are coming upon America, Babylon the Great. You have martial law, FEMA camps, one house invading another. John chapter 9, verse 29. We know that God spake unto Moses, as for this fellow, we know not from whence he is. The man answered and said unto them, why herein is a marvelous thing, that you know not from whence he is, and yet he hath opened my eyes. So the elect, their eyes have been opened. They've been given that eye salve to understand these prophecies that will come to pass. But the wicked will not understand, like the scriptures say. Luke chapter 16, verse 31. And he said unto him, if they hear not Moses and the prophets, neither will they be persuaded, though one rose from the dead. So that 2/3 of our people will not be persuaded, though they see the so-called white man system going down. These other nations falling off their high estate. The Israelites waking up. Luke 16:31. And he said unto him, if they hear not Moses and the prophets, neither will they be persuaded, though one rose from the dead. Romans chapter 11 and verse 5. Even so then, at this present time, also there is a remnant according to the election of grace. And if by grace, then it is no more of works. Otherwise grace is no more grace.